like, I say I study nutrition and food studies, and they're like, oh, so you must be a vegetarian. I'm not. I think animals are a vital part of the food system, but the way that we've configured it in this country has made meat consumption increasingly more unsustainable, which is really unfortunate because there are ways to sustainably eat meat. It's just so much harder in the system that we've set up. And so, like, in your idyllic, beautiful version of how farming should work, like, it's a closed loop system. So in a very simplified version, like, plants feed animals, animal waste goes to fertilize plants. And so there's no waste that's being created in that cycle. God made this incredibly awesome system where, like, everything is feeding each other and nothing is going to waste. And then humans are like, but we can make this more efficient by separating them. And so now in a highly industrialized food system, we have animal production over here and food monocropping over here, which means they both produce waste, and then it's just waste. It's not going back into any sort of cycle. So on animal farms in particular, I mean, you have literal, like, swamps of manure. I mean, it's very toxic. It goes into the water. It's really harmful for the health of farmers because there's a lot of kind of nitrous gases in the air. It contributes to greenhouse gases. I mean, there's like 10,001 statistics about how animal agriculture contributes to greenhouse gases. One that is kind of punchy and that I like is that animal agriculture produces more CO2 emissions than the top 5 forms of transportation put together.
So our whole last week of trying to fast from transportation
was so useful and productive.
Great, but all those combined efforts are not, could never make as big of an impact as right now the food system, or the meat's food system is contributing to greenhouse gases.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, no, this is God's creation. In the creation story, like, God does give humans dominion over this earth and all the plants and the animals that he creates, but he expects us to be stewards of that and to be stewards of his creation and to be thankful and, like, respectful of this life that we're taking and that is feeding us and that is nurturing us. But also, we need to be taking care of this planet and leaving it for future generations. So it's definitely, like, animal rights are definitely something that should be considered, and the way we treat animals in an industrialized system is not right. But there are really wonderful ways to have animals be living happy, productive lives and yet still be feeding the world. Yeah. It's hard. And it's the thing that's complicated is that, like, we do have a lot of people to feed. Like, there are so many people, or a lot of people who are in the organic farming can save the world. We can definitely feed the whole planet with small farms. I think we can do a lot more with small farms, but large farms absolutely have their place in this food system. Like, we have a lot of people to feed. We really do. And it's important to work together, to reconcile these sides. Like, it doesn't have to be either or. It doesn't have to be all small farms or entirely large, corporations. Like, there are ways, very productive ways, that these two sides can work together to have efficient, productive agriculture that is more sustainable, that is protective of the environment, that treats animals with better respect, treats plants with better respect. I mean, it's all connected.